If you clicked on this video, I know that improving your physique, getting more healthy is something that you want to improve in 2025. Now, people always make fun of the people who go, oh yeah, a new year, new me. But I actually think that going into the new year can be a great source of motivation to improve yourself. But with that being said, you also don't want to be the guy who sets all these big goals, who says he's going to do all these things, but then doesn't actually follow through, who doesn't actually take the action, and who just quits after a couple months. So in this video, my goal is to set you up with a plan so that you can achieve your fitness and physique goals in 2025 and become your best self. Now, I'm going to give you my quick backstory about how I started, and if you don't want to watch this part, I'll just put the timestamp and you can skip there. But I think understanding my backstory probably will help you with actually taking the advice if you can relate to me, you know what I mean? So back in late 2022, I went through a breakup. And before this breakup happened, I was really losing myself in the relationship. I was in pretty good shape at the start. I was hitting the gym consistently, and then I ended up losing my physique. I started eating a lot more unhealthy food, not being as disciplined, not doing the things that I wanted to do. And because of that, not only did I lose my physique, not only did I, lose the relationship, but I also kind of lost myself in a way. And then on Christmas Day in 2022, I took this photo right here that I'm going to put up on the screen, and I was hit with the hard realization of I have lost all the progress I've made, and I just looked at the picture and I couldn't help but just feel honestly a little bit depressed. I'd been slacking on myself, not doing what I had wanted to do, and I was hit with the consequences of it. But I decided that 2023 was going to be the year that I changed. It was going to be the year that I actually locked in and focused. And this made me realize that sometimes in life you're hit with a crossroads. You're given a moment where you have to make a decision of, do I keep going down the wrong path? Do I keep cheating myself? Do I keep doing the things that I'm not supposed to do? Or do I lock in and do I do the right thing? Do I do the hard thing that's not going to be as easy, not going to be as pleasurable, but it's the thing that will set me up for my best life in the long run. It's the thing that'll make me more proud of myself. It's the thing that'll make me appreciate myself more. So I just wanted to say that if you clicked on this video, I'm extremely proud of you. I'm extremely grateful that you chose to take the right path, that you're choosing to take action to level up something that you know you need to improve. So congrats to you, bro. I'm actually really proud of you for that. But anyways, right after I was hit with this realization, I started going to the gym twice a week for the first month and a half, and I made insane progress in that time. And then obviously I didn't keep up the twice a day thing going on forever because it was during winter break for school. And then once break ended, I had a lot of other responsibilities. I had school, I had football, I had, all these other things that going to the gym twice a day wasn't realistic, and I don't think you have to do that, but that was something that just helped me make a lot of progress to start. But then even after that first month, I still stayed consistent. I kept hitting things hard for the next year, and this is where I'm at now. So here's how you can make a very similar transformation to what I made. Step one, you have to understand your purpose behind it. Let me explain. So like I talked about earlier, so often you see people who set these new year, new me goals. Oh yeah, I'm gonna improve myself in 2025. I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna go to the gym. But then most of these people, they quit. They don't end up fulfilling the goal that they set. But why is this? It's because they don't have the purpose. They don't know why they're doing it. They're just setting this goal because I want to improve. But you have to actually understand why you're doing it. What's making you want to do this? Because chances are you have some sort of reason. Maybe you want to respect yourself more. Maybe you want to be more attractive to women. Oh, don't do things for girls, bro. Shut up, bro. If girls are your motivation, then that's completely fine. Or maybe you just want to be healthier. Whatever your purpose is, you have to understand this and you have to align your goals to it. Because I know this is all about fitness, but this could be something that applies to every aspect of your life. In order to stick to your goals, you have to actually have a good reason. You have to have something that actually gives you motivation to chase after. So understand why you're doing something and then actually really think about it, because if you understand the purpose, if you understand the reasoning, that'll make staying disciplined, doing the right things, making the hard decisions so much easier because you actually have a good reason for this. Now, step two, you have to train like a bodybuilder. For me, I took a weightlifting class in high school, and in that class, we were taught to do 3x4 power cleans, 3x4 squats, 3x4 bench press. And don't get me wrong, those types of lifts like power cleans and deadlifts and snatches, those can all be great for building strength. And if you are an athlete, I'm not making fun of you for doing those things, because those things of course have their own benefits. And if you want to do those things to achieve power, to achieve strength goals, then that's completely fine. Do whatever you want to do. But just understand that if you want to be more aesthetic, if you want to build a better physique, well, you have to train the right way. You have to train like a bodybuilder. So what exactly does that look like? What that looks like is training more for high reps, doing more isolated movements, doing things like bicep curls, lateral raises. You also have to have a routine, because if you're the guy who shows up to the gym and just says like, yeah, I'm just gonna work out today, bro, well, that's gonna be a lot harder to do consistently. It's gonna be a lot harder to show up when you don't actually have a set routine, when you don't have a set plan. Because think about the guy who knows exactly what he's doing before he goes to the gym, who knows the exact workout plan for the entire week. Is the guy who knows the plan or the guy who's just winging it? Which one's going to stick to his goals more? Which one's going to be more consistent? Of course, the one who has the plan. So I would recommend doing a push-pull leg split. That's the most widely accepted by exercise scientists, by bro scientists like me. And then when you actually go to do your lifts, don't be a dumbass, right? Make sure you actually know the technique. Make sure you understand how you're doing it. So what this looks like is when you show up to the gym, you know that, hey, today I'm going to do 3x10 bench press. I'm going to do squats. So what you do is you search up, how do I do this lift? How do I bench press? You watch the video, you learn how to do it properly with the right form, and then you copy what you're seeing in the video. Because don't be the guy who just shows up and lifts and just, doesn't even do any research, because you're going to get hurt. You're not going to have as good technique, which means you won't make as much progress, and it's just going to be overall bad for your long-term goals. The next thing you have to do is you have to train hard. Now, obviously, there's a fine line with doing this, right? There are some lifts like squats where maybe you don't want to go till failure every single time, because if you do that, you'll definitely get hurt. But you need to be training till failure with most of your lifts, especially things like biceps, triceps, shoulders, your back. You can train these muscle groups and go to failure and not really worry much about getting hurt. Because another thing that holds a lot of people back is that they go to the gym consistently, but they're not actually improving. They just show up to the gym, do the same weight, the same amount of reps, and then they wonder why, I'm not making any progress. And it's like, well, you have to progressively overload. Think about it like a video game, right? You always start off on the lowest difficulty, and then once you get good at playing on that difficulty, you eventually go up to the next difficulty. But if you were to just always stay playing on easy difficulty, well, yeah, you would be doing really good on easy difficulty, but you would never actually get better at the game. So lifting is the same way. You want to start off lifting light because, of course, you're new to the gym, so you have to lift on easy difficulty, but then eventually you have to progress. You have to do more weight. You have to do more reps, or you're not going to make any progress, and you're going to be like the guy who plays video games but always plays on the easy difficulty and never gets better. And if you want my workout routine for completely free, DM me workout on Instagram and I'll send it to you for completely free. Step 3, you have to lock in your diet and sleep. You so often see guys who consistently go to the gym but don't make much progress. They're always there lifting, and maybe they're even training hard, but they're still not making gains. And anytime I see a guy who's like this, I know it's because they're not focusing on their diet and their sleep. Oh, but that one fitness influencer said that I can eat crumble cookies and I'll still make, I can eat pizza and I'll still make gains because it has the same amount of calories and the same macronutrients. Bro, shut up. These fitness influencers who tell you, oh yeah, you can eat crumble cookies and you can make the same progress, they're selling you this false dream that isn't actually true. Because these types of videos where fitness influencers say like, oh yeah, you can eat crumble cookies and pizza and still get in shape, that's aimed for average people. That's aimed for people who can't actually lock in and focus. And I hope you're not one of those people. Because bro, not all calories are equal. Not all carbs are the same. Not all proteins are the same. And if you don't agree with me, that's completely fine. Everyone has different philosophies with diet and training. But if you don't agree with me, do this self-experiment where one day you go to the gym and you eat a bunch of cookies before you go to lift. And then the next day, eat rice or eat potatoes before you go to lift. They have the same macros. They're both carbs. But which one are you going to feel better after? Of course, you're going to feel better after you eat potatoes, after you eat rice, because it's not as simple as just freaking carbs. It's also about the micronutrients. Your body's going to feel a lot more energized and feel a lot more better and digest a lot easier when you're eating rice and potatoes compared to cookies. And then because of this, you're also going to have more energy in the gym. So eat healthy, eat clean, don't eat like a loser. The next thing you have to do, bro, just get 8 hours of sleep every night. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Go to bed at the same time every night. Wake up at relatively the same time every day. Get 8 hours of sleep, and that's all you got to know about sleep. And now you're like, okay, well, how do I do cheat days? Now, the way I structure my cheat days is I don't have a designated cheat day because I don't believe that you should reward yourself by harming your progress. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you say, oh yeah, I've been eating clean every day, so now I'm going to go eat a cookie or eat pizza? Bro, instead of having designated cheat days, what you should do is set up your routine in a way where on a day-to-day basis, when you're going about your day-to-day life, you're always eating clean. You're doing the right things. You're being your best self. And then when you want to take a girl out on a date every now and then, or you want to go out with your family to dinner, Yeah, you can get a cheeseburger, you can get an ice cream, no problem, because you know that you've been doing the right things, you've been locking in. This way you also feel a lot more wholesome about your cheat days because you know that you've actually earned it. So don't have designated cheat days, just save your cheat days, save eating unhealthy foods for special occasions. Now, number 4, the last thing you have to do is develop a long-term mindset. I want you to think of these two separate guys really quick. First guy we're gonna call Jimmy. Jimmy sees a video saying, oh yeah, here's a 60-day challenge to get in shape fast. Jimmy then says, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym every day for 2 hours and I'm gonna make so much progress in 4 months. Because of this, Jimmy sets unrealistic expectations that he can't stick to and he gets discouraged and he quits. The second guy we're gonna call Alexander. Alexander sets goals, but he also sets goals that he knows he can hit, that he knows he can stick to. Alexander says, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym for the rest of my life because this is something that I wanna continue. It's something that's gonna improve my life. So I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna go to the gym every single week, 4 days a week, train for an hour. And if I do that, if I stick to it, eventually I will make progress and I will get better. And because of this, Alexander puts in the hard work, he stays disciplined, and he hits his goals. Always have a long-term mindset and don't think in months. Don't think in, how do I make the most progress in 3 weeks? Because you're not gonna make progress fast. Progress takes time. But the thing is, if you stick to your goals, if you stay disciplined and you keep working hard, I can guarantee you will make progress and you will look back on your younger self with so much gratitude. You'll feel so good that you did the right things, that you stuck to the goals. So always be in it for the long run, not just for short-term gains. If you found this video helped you, be sure to click the like and subscribe button and also turn on the post notifications so you can see more videos like these. I'll see you for the next video, bro.